My name is Josh Ostler, and I have done my internship at La Rinconada Country Club. It's a golf course and country club with a number of amenities such as a pool, a fitness center, and the main facility or main part of it is the golf course, obviously. So why did I choose La Rinconada? One of the main reasons is because it has a very high level of service. It's known as one of the top golf facilities in the South Bay area. It has a very good reputation of having a lot of really good staff who are supportive and really build up everybody around them. The culture at the club is very welcoming. It's not the super ritzy, selfish kind of people that you would think of at a country club. So it's a very welcoming environment, and there's a lot of opportunities to learn and advance in a career there. So that was a very good option for me there. But again, one of the main reasons is because it's my current employer before I even applied for the internship. So I work full time there, have been for about 2 years now. It's a very good place to work, and figured it would be a good place to complete my internship as well. So working on a golf course may not be what you think it is. Actually, maybe it is from that picture. Had a lot of fun. This was for 4th of July, dressed up and tried to sell some interesting clothes, so that was fun. But one of the things I got to be in charge of was putting together the merchandise, tracking inventory, determining cost of goods sold, helping members with special orders and tracking those orders, and then working with a lot of the retailers and vendors that are local in that area and that provide us with a lot of our apparel, both in soft goods and hard goods. Hard goods meaning golf clubs, golf balls, things like that. Got to work very closely with our merchandiser, and she helped quite a bit with helping me understand how to run the merchandise side of the business, and it was very useful. So we don't just golf for our work as golf professionals. We are businessmen. We have to deal with a lot of systems management. We have a number of tournament software, T-type software, other things like that that we have to learn and master so that we can run a good operation. Our staff has probably about 25 staff in the golf operations side, as well as an additional probably 50 in the food and beverage side. So we have to deal with human resources quite often. I got to be one of the supervisors over the outside services, so worked with them in improving and getting their staff headed in the right direction. Also did some accounting and budgeting. Most of that was for the junior golf program that I was in charge of, which I'll go over later. We had also hiring and training, which is also part of the junior golf program. So as I mentioned before, I was given the responsibility of junior golf director, which put me in charge of the main responsibility was putting together the junior golf camps over the summer. The first step was in setting up the registration online through the website, and then marketing that event and the camps to all of the members and also some guests. So a lot of the marketing skills that I learned in previous classes through BYU Idaho really helped in knowing how to use promotional flyers and promotional activities in order to market the junior camps. And then also pulling from the accounting experiences that I had at another class at BYU Idaho, I created a budget which included how much I would pay and allocate for the coaches who would help me, the expenses for tea prizes and food and rewards and other things like that. And so that was really helpful to have that experience going into it and be able to know what to do in that regard for the budgeting. Also working with vendors and other companies to order and make sure the prizes were there on time and were the quality that I was looking for, as you see below in the picture. T-shirts and water bottles are just some of the things we gave away. And then hiring and training the coaches was another big responsibility, getting to choose the right people for the job that was required and having them work with kids and know how to teach them golf and know how to provide a really good and fun environment for the kids. And then the biggest responsibility was probably running the actual camp and being the lead coach for each of the camps. Included a lot of golf instruction, working with the kids one-on-one and in groups, and that was probably the most fun part of all of it, was getting to work with the kids and having a blast with them as well as my coaches. So as you can see, here's an example of some of the coaches and some of the kids we worked with. Very, very fun, rewarding environment. So some of the key takeaways that I had in working at Larincanada was that the main one is I was able to get a lot of experience in multiple areas of the golf industry. As I mentioned before, the junior golf side was probably the biggest one, and that had a lot of parts involved with it in terms of hiring and working with a budget and working with other people and putting that together. So that was really great to have that experience. Also got some experience in the private and group instruction side, working with individuals one-on-one and teaching them golf, as well as in groups. Was also involved heavily in tournament operations, so how to run tournaments, how to set them up properly, and how to work with small tournaments, large tournaments, with the largest probably being about 120 people, and what it takes to coordinate something like that. And then, as mentioned before, human resources, working with and training staff and getting them to be on board with the culture of the club and to perform the tasks that were required of them. And again, the accounting and budgeting was a huge part that I actually really enjoyed a lot, to get some personal and experience on that side of things. So a quote that I thought was relevant to one of the things that I learned was, in terms of leadership, it says, when you think of a good leader, you think of someone with experience. A lot of great leaders have a wide range of experience, though. Leaders that know all the aspects of a business have an edge on someone who rose through the ranks doing only one job. So as my goal for the golf industry is to become a leader, everything that I learned at Larincanada is going to be extremely useful, and I'll be able to pull from the experiences that I had and the things I learned as I go out to work at other places. And as I continue to progress in my career, I'll have a really good foundation to work with, thanks to everything I learned both at BYU Idaho that I was able to apply at Larincanada, and all the hands-on experience that I got at Larincanada will be really helpful as well in the future. So to those who are doing internships, no matter what field you're in, I think the most important thing is to realize that you've been given a very, very good opportunity to learn and to grow and to gain experience in a way that most people don't have until they're in the job that they are looking at. So in that regard, I would learn everything you can from everybody around you. Don't pass up any kind of learning opportunities. Take down notes of things that you enjoyed and things that you thought were useful, and write them down in a journal or some other format so that you can look back to them in the future. I would definitely say to maintain contact with your supervisor and other workers, because they can also provide more information in the future and can be a valuable resource to you. And again, the last thing is to just enjoy everything you get to learn, and if you don't have tons of opportunities to learn, or you aren't given many, just seek them out. Ask for things and ask for ways that you can help, and you can help out and learn more. That would make your internship a lot more useful, and you'll get the experience and the enjoyment that you're looking for.